Imagine if you could get a complete leg workout with just one machine. Well, it turns out you can. This is the RitKeep A10 hack squat and leg press combo. You can work your quads, glutes, hamstrings, inner thighs, and calves, all with just this one machine. And I'll show you how to do those exercises in just a moment. But even if you're not in the market for home gym equipment, stick around because you'll probably learn some things you can use at the gym as well. Now, before we get started, RitKeep did send this to me to do this review, so I want to first show you how it looks when it arrives at your doorstep. It comes in 4 separate boxes, and it does require a little bit of assembly. I was able to do it myself, but it does definitely help if you have an extra set of hands around. There are a lot of pieces to put together, but the directions are pretty clear. And the equipment is high quality. The frame can hold a total weight of 2,200 pounds, and the workout capacity is 1,000 pounds. First, let's start out with the machine in leg press mode. Leg presses are easily the favorite gym exercise of most of my patients. And the tips that I'll show you in this portion can be applied to any type of leg press, whether it's a plate-loaded one like this one, or a pin selectorized one that you see in many gyms. I know some patients with mobility concerns have trouble getting down onto something like this. And if that applies to you, you can use a pin selectorized one. Also, stay tuned for the hack squat portion of this video because that'll be much better in that circumstance. But I prefer these plate-loaded ones largely because I started maxing out the pin selectorized ones, which top out at about 400 pounds when I was about 13 years old. So I've always just used these ones, and I like these ones a lot better. This one and many ones you see at gyms have adjustable backrests where you can adjust the incline to any level here. For leg presses, I typically recommend setting them as far back as they can possibly go. And the reason for that is when you do a leg press, you get limited by how far back your legs can go. And so with the seat all the way back like this, you can get a much larger range of motion there. If you set the seat up in the top position like that, note there's already like a 90-degree angle there. And then you slide in and you really don't have very much range of motion at all before your thighs start contacting your abdomen or your chest. So for that reason, I recommend setting the seat rest all the way back as far as you can go on something like this. Now, this particular model also has an adjustable upper foot plate. You can move it to any one of 5 settings for leg press, or when you're ready to convert it to hack squat, you just fold it all the way up like that. But typically, I would recommend using the middle setting on that. In that setting, the foot plate is perpendicular to the angle of the incline here. And so as you're pressing out on the foot plate, you're pressing directly up the incline. If you do have stiffer ankles, you may want to point up that way just a little bit. That'll put your feet in a little bit more pointed or plantar flex position. And that's helpful for someone with really stiff ankles or calves. Or if you have really mobile ankles and you want to challenge your quads to a little greater extent, you can push it down that way. But again, for most people, I would recommend setting it on the middle setting where the foot plate is perpendicular with the angle of the incline. So now let's load up the machine and get started with the exercises. First, for just a standard leg press, we'll put feet about hips width apart, toes pointing straight ahead, and feet pretty much in the middle of the platform, horizontally and vertically. Then you press the weight out like that, bring the safety stops out to the side, and then lower down. Now you'll note, even with the seat all the way back, if you keep your knees in like this, you hit a pretty early stop from thighs hitting chest. So if you bring the knees out to the side like that, it allows you to get a greater range of motion. But note you want to keep your lower back flat against the backrest. You don't want to allow your lower back to kind of round out. So if you have stiffness in your hips and you feel like your butt starts to lift off, don't do that. Just stop where your hip range of motion ends. But go back as far as you can, keeping your spine in a neutral position. Then drive out pushing through your whole foot about equally. Come back, lower down, knees back as far as you can go, and then push out. With leg presses, I usually tend to go a little on the higher side of reps than I would with squats, probably in the 10 to 15 range. But what's most important with these is not so much how many reps you do or how much weight, but how close to failure you get. You want to get to a point where you can only do about 1 or possibly 2 more reps before you absolutely wouldn't be able to do another single repetition. Now, on the safety aspect, there is a safety stopper down here that adjusts to some different positions. I'm not coming close to the safety stopper here, but I'll unlock it here. You can pull this out, pull the pin out, and adjust it. So if you are worried about the weight coming down on you, it does have a safety mechanism built in that you can adjust to keep you safe. So that first variation works your quads and glutes about equally, maybe a little bit more quad dominant. If you want to work your glutes and hamstrings and your inner thighs to a little greater extent, if you move your feet up higher on the platform and wider on the platform, that's going to activate your glutes, hamstrings, and adductors or inner thighs a little bit more. The reason for that is when you're down here, or especially if you're down lower and narrower, it makes this more of a knee extension type movement, which is a quadricep movement. As you get higher up on the platform like this, it brings your hips into it more, and it makes it more of a hip extension movement. Also, because your legs are out wider, it brings your adductors or inner thigh muscles into it a little bit more. So to see how that looks, we'll put the feet up high and wide on the platform, push up a little bit, and then lower back down. You'll note you get a much wider or deeper range of motion here because the legs are farther out to the side, and so you can usually get the weight a little bit farther down, which again is more hip extension here, and then drive through the heels on this. Driving through the heels will again emphasize hip extension, making it a little bit more glute and hamstring dominant. And again, do as many repetitions as you can until you start to get tired. And then when you feel like you could only possibly do maybe 1 more repetition, then lock it in. And on this second one, you'll probably notice you may not be able to go quite as high because your feet are a little higher on the platform. So I had to lock it in 1 notch lower than I did with the first variation. Now, an additional variation of the leg press is to use resistance bands. To do that, you'll loop the resistance band around the outside of the weight carriage and then around these band pegs here at the bottom. Now, the unique thing about training with resistance bands is it provides additional resistance in the part of the range of motion where you're strongest and less resistance in the part of the range of motion where you're typically weakest. With a leg press, it's usually the easiest when you're closest to locking out and the hardest the farther down you get. Now, when you use resistance bands, as you press closer to lockout, the band stretches, adding more tension and giving you more resistance in that easier part of the range of motion. Then that tension lets off as you come down into the harder part, providing less resistance. So it provides a more even resistance arc throughout the range of motion. Now we'll go to calves. For calves, you can put your feet down a little bit lower on the foot plate. So the balls of your feet are on the foot plate and your heels are hanging off the back end. Now basically you'll just do a toe press, which is similar to a calf raise or a heel raise that you would do standing on the floor. Push up that way, unlock, then you're gonna let your toes come back towards you. Feel a nice stretch in the calves, and then push up like this, then lower back down slowly. Again, calves tend to be a little bit more endurance muscles, particularly the deeper soleus. So with these, I tend to go a little on the higher side, typically around 15 repetitions. Just going back and forth like that. Get a nice stretch at the bottom, and then come back up. Nice slow lowering or eccentric, and then push back up. Nice slow lowering. Feel that deep stretch. Then at the end of the set here, I like to just kind of sit with it like this and feel a little bit of a sustained stretch on the calves. Typically, I'll hold that anywhere from about 15 to 30 seconds and then press back up, bring the handles back in, and lock it in. So now let's change the configuration around and go to hack squats. To do that, we get off the backrest here and pull this backrest up, lift the bottom end up, and that pops right out. Next, adjust the foot plate up here. So remember I showed you there was a pin you pull earlier. You just bring that all the way up and then make sure that plate kind of locks in all the way there. And then you'll take the foot plate. There's 3 pegs on the back of here. You'll place them in the 3 holes there. Make sure you get this upper peg aligned first, align the bottom 2, and then sometimes you do have to give it a little bit of a hit to make sure that it locks down and goes all the way in. Make sure that's secure before you get started. Now, hack squat will be just the opposite of leg press. You want to pull this bottom foot plate all the way up into the top position and make sure it locks down there. The reason for that is with hack squat, you are a little bit more likely to bottom out, where this bottom piece here hits the safety stopper even when it's in the all the way down position. And the shorter you are, the more likely that is to happen. A few other things you can use to prevent that. Number 1, leave just a tiny little bit of space, about an inch or so, from the inside of the carriage to the inner weight plate. When you get all the way down, the bottom of the plate can hit this safety stopper here. If you push it out just an inch or so, you can prevent that from happening. Additionally, you want to put that foot plate all the way up and then move your feet up to the top of the foot plate. That again pushes you as far up this way as you can go and allows you the most space before you bottom out. So then to do the hack squat, you put your feet up high. I tend to hang my toes over even just a little bit and drive through the heels, but don't put your foot up so far that you're going to fall off. Then drive through the heels to unlock, push up through the shoulder pads, and then you unlock the safety bars right there. Now drive your knees outwards a little bit as you go down, and you'll hear there it hits the bottom. I'm completely unloaded, and that's as far as it'll go. To come back up, push up there, and then go down and go just short of that stopper or till you lightly feel it touch, and then come back up, and then just repeat that 4 repetitions. Again, driving through your heels and turning your knees out, going just till you hit the safety stopper. You will notice that other than that clunk when it bottoms out, it does operate rather quietly. That's because it has rollers on bottom and top of the linear bearings to allow for a quiet, smooth operation. Additionally, you'll notice there's an additional weight carriage underneath the machine if you need to add some additional weight. Then when you're ready to lock the weight in, you just grab the bars on the sides right there and lower down, and it locks in. So that was a complete leg workout you can do on the RitKeep A10 hack squat and leg press combo. If you'd like to check this out for yourself, I'll put a link down in the description below. And if you'd like to learn more home gym leg exercises, check out this video over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.